Hello everybody and welcome to Ruby Edition YouTube channel. Today in this video we will be doing a simple watercolor video. So let's go ahead and get on started. So the supplies I will be using in today's video are obviously watercolor, watercolor paper, and a watercolor special brush that uses its own water supply. And of course I will use a paper towel and a pencil to sketch out a border. And I will also use later in this video white paint and a soft tip Tombow Fudensoke. So I start out by sketching out a simple border in where I would like to cut out eventually for later. Oh yeah, we're also using scissors later. And I will trim out a nice big or small border. It doesn't really matter the size, and it doesn't have to be straight. As you can see, I'm not using a ruler, and I'm kind of going a little wiggly on purpose just to help it give that more of a homemade, natural vibe. Okay, now so in advance, the type of brush I am using does have its own water supply, but any old paintbrushes and any old watercolors will do and will have the same effect. It's just you won't have as much control with the amount of water you put inside the paint. So the colors I am using to get this nice ombre effect, I'm going from dark pink to yellow, and I will be using orange through the middle. So I start out by using a nice thick coat of magenta 27, and as you can see I apply it multiple times. And then next I use red orange 36, and that one I make each one a little bit smaller as I go along, and then I make the final yellow very big. And the next color I use is orange 6, as you can see, and then after that I use yellow orange 37 and then yellow 5. So all of these I'm applying very thickly, and the more water you use, the lighter the color is gonna be, and the less water you use, the more pigmented it's going to be, as you see later when I show you the brush. So it's okay if you use a regular brush for this, it just doesn't give you as much control as how dark these are. So if it takes multiple coats to get the colors this dark, don't worry, just have patience and keep on going. So next, I'm obviously going to clean up. I always wash my brush after I use it just to keep it in that nice prime condition. But after I clean up, it also gives a little chance for the watercolor to dry in order to proceed with the next step. So next, this is where we are bringing in the white paint. And if you're using a regular brush, there's no need to change. I am not, so I just brought out another paintbrush. But basically, you dip the white paint in, or you dip the brush into the white paint, not the white paint into the brush, and you take any hard object, it could be another pen, I use scissors, and you just bang it lightly, and it gives you a nice randomized star pattern. Now, if it gets a little bit gloopy, because it is white paint, you can simply sort of brush it around and it will disappear, or you can sort of glop it around again and get the effect of clouds. But you just keep on tapping and you will get a beautiful starry sky. So next, I will finally be using the soft tip Tombow Fudensoke to add the effect of trees. Now, these trees do not have to be perfect in any way. They do not have to be the same height. They do not have to be perfectly or evenly spaced. In fact, if you do make them a bit staggered, it gives them a more beautiful, natural look. And you always should do the white paint before you put the trees down, or else you might get little white specks on these black trees and it really stands out. So next, as you can see, I'm tearing this out of the sketchbook. If you are not using a sketchbook, this step is unnecessary. But then I will cut around the border where I intentionally drew the lines before with pencil. As you can see, I'm not cutting straight, I'm not cutting even, I'm not even trying at all. I just want to give it rounded edges, which is the only thing I would truly recommend for this. So then I'm taking another piece of paper and double-sided tape, and I'm taping my new watercolor design to the paper. And it just so happens that I ran out of tape just as I was finishing this up, so I used a little less tape than normal, but it still works just fine. So next, I will be taking my hard tip Bunsoke and doing some nice cute lettering that matches with the sky scenery. Now you can change up the colors, change up the quote, and change up all these things, but it still is a nice, easy craft, and all it requires is not super detail oriented, just some watercolor and a paintbrush. Well, everybody, that is the end in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watercoloring with me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching again, and I will see you next video. Bye!